So this question has been on my mind for kind of ever since college football 25, or college football in general, getting announced that it was coming back. Could the other games, the other college games, come out as well? You know, the success of college football 25 has been insane. You know, the best-selling video game of all time. We know this now. It's, the first one since NCAA 14 that came out a long time ago, almost 10 plus years. So everyone wanted to play the game and reminisce about the old days. I know a lot of people that made content on NCAA 14, as you guys may know some of them already, watching this video. But you could also, a lot more people got onto the train of creating content, like myself with College Football 25. I enjoy what, I've been doing on College Football 25, and hopefully that we can do it on College Football 26, because we know that is pretty much already official coming out this next season. Or next year, not season. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. Obviously, hopefully we can see upgrades into stuff on College Football 25 to 26, like better stuff with Road to Glory. Obviously, starting in high school, that needs to be a thing. I don't know why that wasn't a thing this year, but I think it was more bare bones, just getting it ready, and most of the stuff was focused on Dynasty. Dynasty could still use some improvements as well. Maybe some stuff with recruiting. Maybe like also Team Builder could definitely use some stuff on there as well, and everything like that. Ultimate Team. I'm not even going to touch Ultimate Teams because I really don't play Ultimate Team, so that's besides the point. Hopefully, next year, mascot mode. I would love to have a mascot mode in the game. That was in the game in 2014. Why not in this game, But I think most of the stuff was mainly focused on Dynasty, and I'm okay with that. Getting it's the first year that's back in 10 plus years. This was a passion project for some of them as well, I think. But all in all, College Football 25, very, very successful. Could that translate to the other two games as well? The main games, obviously, because there's going to be some other games, hopefully, that come out later on. Now, obviously, college basketball and college baseball were decently a huge thing back in the early to late 2000s. College baseball was, it is more of the niche one that a lot of people decently liked, but I loved MVP baseball back in, the early 2000s. That was really the only one that kind of had an effect on MLB The Show. But all in all, let's get into the first thing here about college basketball. As you know, both EA or as some of you know, I guess I should say, but most people should know that both EA and 2K made college basketball games in the past. Could we see that again? That's the question, because 2K, when you say, oh yeah, think of a basketball game, you're going to think of NBA 2K. You're not really going to necessarily think about NBA Live because, it's 2K. A lot of people play 2K and everything. So if you see that, and especially 2K has an insane franchise compared to like Madden and everything like that, and it'll be the show, like they have an insane franchise where they have so much stuff to do, and NHL also as well. Could we also see hockey as well? But all in all, I'm getting sidetracked. But the last two college games were made in 2009 and 2008, respectively, with EA and 2K. 2K, of course, had just 2K college basketball, and EA had, of course, the March Madness stuff. I think they did change it to college basketball, like mid to late after 2K was done, but all in all, that was, kind of insane. But anyways, there is apparently discussions on bringing this game back, which I think a lot of people would love. I myself would probably do content on it too. I think, having a college football dynasty and college basketball, like there could be so many. I honestly think here's a thing that I would do 100% if all three of these games come out. Like an athletic director, series where you take over a team. You, of course, one team per game with football, basketball, and baseball, and have that as a series. That'd be insane. I would love to do that if that actually is the case and those games do come out. But obviously, we don't know yet because it's just the discussions of bringing it back. They could be back, obviously. Dynasty would go crazy. Again, it would probably just be a bare bones-esque, but a lot of the stuff that you could do in Dynasty mode in those old games is like upgrade the college campuses to improve like recruiting hours and stuff like that. Obviously, if you're a big name school like Kansas and Duke, North Carolina, just to name a few that know basketball and be very, very good at it, and just be the main topic of getting 5-star like facilities and stuff like that. Maybe you want to take over a 1-star school, maybe like I don't even know, like a UC Davis or something like that. Or even doing Team Builder on that as well. I think that'd be fun. I can't remember if Team Builder was on there. I don't think it was actually. So that one is a little bit harder because I was 10 or 11 when those games came out. So I think I was like 10 and 9 actually, to be exact. But I was young. I didn't really play those games as much. I did play the 2K game, if I remember correctly. I think it was like 2008. I did play that a lot, along with like 2K5 ESPN-wise. But that was fun. Now that's a game of all time right there. But again, I think harder recruiting would be essentially on that as well because, a lot of the 4- and 5-star guys on college basketball go to the tie-in talent teams like Kansas and North Carolina and stuff like that and go one-and-done years. That could happen a lot, but maybe like we rarely see it happen with those smaller schools unless they've won a lot of titles. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe, you take a small school, you win a national title, and then you win one again, then you win one again, then you win one again, and so on and so forth. But all in all, I think it'd be harder recruiting because maybe you get like a 3-star prospect that turns into like a big star. You never know with this and everything. So that is my thought process on college basketball. Of course, Ultimate Team would get a little funky, but I think it could be done, especially, having, I don't know, stuff that happened during the week or like a major upset happens in the March Madness tournament to where you could be like, oh yeah, here's this card for this person that did very well in this upset, or maybe a huge upset happened in real life just in the regular season. Be like, hey, this is the card that this team, like this person had the game of his life or something like that, or like a insane game happens, whatever, but I think that would be a little bit harder to do. It's because especially I don't really play 2K and I never really have. So the only time I've ever played 2K was for a franchise. That's about it. But let's get on to one of the meat and potatoes I think that has a lot more stuff to it is college baseball. Because EA was the last and only one to make a college baseball game that I know of, obviously. Obviously, it's more of a niche market compared to college football and college basketball. I know a lot of people wanted college basketball back as soon as that happened. But we shall see kind of how it goes. Because the last game that was made for college baseball was in 2007. And then, other than that, nothing really came out after that. Eventually, 2K got the MLB rights after EA did, in which 2K and MLB The Show started making the content for that game, which I think 2K ended up going like to 2K13, I think, or believe, or something like that. And then MLB The Show kind of took it over because although MLB 2K was kind of one of my favorite MLB games, but other than that, but apparently, this is just rumored to happen, but I think high school and college are reported to be playable in MLB The Show 25. Now, here's the thing. High school obviously is going to be different because you can probably create your own high school name and stuff like that. We'll have to see how it goes because obviously it's just been rumored. We don't have the gameplay trailer or anything yet like that. But we'll have to see how this thing goes with college baseball because are we going to have the actual colleges in MLB The Show 25? Because if that's the case, I think that opens the door to getting the college baseball game back out again. Because if it doesn't have those schools, we might have to wait a little bit for that to happen. Obviously, if that does happen, we could be trying to get a college game. Now, who would make it? Who knows? I don't know if it's going to be EA or SDS who makes this MLB The Show games, or maybe it's 2K that comes out of nowhere and makes a game like that. I don't know, because obviously if EA does, they have the MVP baseball and, of course, the college baseball experience already, but obviously they would have to build the game from the ground up, kind of like they did for College Football 25. Now, again, college baseball is more of a niche market compared to all the other games like college football and college basketball. This one is very highly unlikely unless MLB The Show actually have those real colleges. Now, in the screenshot, or I guess of the cover of MLB The Show 25, it does show Paul Skeens with LSU on there, and Road to Glory has been improved apparently a lot with everything like that. So we need to see how well this thing goes with everything, with, MLB The Show, with colleges, if they actually have, again, the college names, and if they don't, is it going to be random? However, here's my thought process. If we can get a game, I think I've said this before, even especially when college football was not here. Give me a college football game with random team names. I don't care. I just want to play college football, or I want to play college baseball. I want to play college basketball. Give me random teams like, I don't know, the University of Tallahassee, Tennessee, or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a real place, but F it. We ball. And, have that as a game to where you could have recruiting or stuff like that. Now, obviously, NIL is a huge thing, and we could get more and more. Now, NIL is not, I don't think, very big in college baseball. I know it's big in college basketball, especially with the bigger schools. So you could eventually see that in there. I think you could incorporate that into College Football 26, into basketball, into baseball as well. Baseball doesn't have the same scholarship thing as, football and basketball do, where I know they have a certain number of full rides and a certain number of half rides, and a bunch of more of are just walk-ons and everything like that, and so on and so forth. But that's besides the point. I'm kind of getting off track here. But, Dynasty, again, would be insane. I think that would be a lot more fun to do, because you don't play too many games in a college baseball run. And plus, you can have Omaha, like the Road to Omaha and everything, and so on and so forth like that. But it would definitely be a tougher time to do that as well. But same thing with a My Player mode or stuff like that we could see, because obviously if you can do that with a show, with Road to Glory, or not Road to Glory, that is college football. I've just lost my train of thought. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about with your Road the Show, obviously, player. But all in all, Ultimate Team would definitely be a tougher sell as well, because that one is a lot harder to figure out wise, because obviously you're going to have the top teams get better cards. There should be a lot more cards. To be honest, college football did a very good job with their Ultimate Team. Obviously, they had the help from Madden Ultimate Team over here, but 2K, I don't know if they're going to help EA with college basketball and stuff like that, but Ultimate Team would kind of be tough, but I don't think many people would play Ultimate Team for baseball-wise. But a lot of people play Diamond Dynasty, so you never know. But then again, this would be all, competitions for 2K and for MLB The Show. Obviously, competition is always very, very good to have. College football did very, very well compared to Madden. I think it'll even be better again compared to Madden, especially if they keep it only on next gen, which I know MLB The Show now is only on next gen, so that will probably be an upgrade come the last couple years. 2K really hasn't had competition in the NBA, college basketball at all, really. It's been 2K ran for multiple years now. NBA Live has just been, I don't think, non-existent for a couple years now, pretty much. But I know, hopefully, we can get some news on college basketball here soon. I do know I think it was talked about late last year in December. I think I have the article up here. If you guys want to check it out, I'll be a link in the description. There's multiple articles saying that there's been talks to bring it back, which honestly a lot more people would love. But all in all, let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. Do you think college basketball or college baseball will be coming back out here in the near future? Obviously, when I say near future, 5 to 7 years. I don't think college baseball would be coming out here in the next 5, 7. I don't even think in 10 years. But I could see college basketball making a return here in the next 2 to 3, maybe even 4 years. It just depends on development teams. Obviously, again, that's another thing. Development time and development teams, how much money goes into this game is obviously very different compared to like college football now, with them already having a build that they could work on and go through it and everything. So obviously that's going to be a huge thing. And we'll kind of see how that goes and stuff like that for those games. But again, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think these games will be coming out here soon enough. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.